All right, guys, how you doing? What's up? Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Some interesting news from Barcelona. On March 15th, Barcelona presidential elections will be held on that day, and this is really interesting news. Joan Laporta right now has stepped down as Barcelona's president to kick off his campaign for the upcoming elections to be held on March 15. So right now, Rafa Yosete is our interim president. So until the elections are announced and the president is announced, Rafa Yosete will be running things in Barcelona. This is really, really interesting. Election period is always really interesting. Elections in Barcelona's culture are always really interesting. Now, Joan Laporta was elected in 2021 by a margin of 54 points, 54% in the last presidential election. So now this leaves a mark on Joan Laporta's legacy. Guys, when you look at Joan Laporta's legacy, first of all, before I even go to his legacy, when you look at how he won the elections, the margin that he won the election with, it was 54 points against the second, who's Victor Font, who had about 16,679 votes, and Joan Laporta came up with 30,184 votes. Like, this was a landslide. A lot of people back then, I remember that was someone during the COVID era, a lot of people were rooting for Joan Laporta to be president. And one of those people who highly rooted for him to become president, and who was one of the reasons why Joan Laporta became president, was Lionel Andres Messi. Back then, they had a really solid and good relationship, and Messi was promised a contract extension, and things went sour. I don't know where the relationship stands right now, but I can tell things are sour. The relationship with Leo Andres Messi and Joan Laporta right now as we speak is not on good terms. I don't know if this will affect Joan Laporta in these elections. I believe it will to some extent, to some point. I believe it will, because the people will still hold on to that fact that he let Messi go. But I gotta say this from a soccer fan standpoint and from a hardcore Barcelona standpoint. At some point, guys, at some point we had to let Messi go, right? At some point we had to let Messi go. Maybe that was a wrong point, but at some point Messi was going to go. So everything that happened. Now we kick off